In this video, we're going to work on a word problem. Mr. Wilson invested money in two accounts. His total investment was $20,000. If one account pays 5% in interest and the other pays 7% in interest, how much does he have in each account if he earned a total of $1,120 in interest in 1 year? So what's going on is he has a certain amount of money in the 5% interest account and a certain amount of money in the 7% interest account. And the total that he puts in those two accounts is $20,000, right? And some of it makes 5% interest and the rest makes 7% interest, and then the total interest is $1,120. And then the question is saying, how much does he have in each account? Right? The question says, how much does he have in each account? So first, let's define a variable. So one of them is the amount that he has in the 5% account. So let's say that X is the number of dollars in the 5% interest account. Well, then the rest is in the 7% interest account, right? And it says his total interest, his total investment is $20,000. So if he has X dollars in the 5% interest account, then the rest of the dollars are in the 7% account. Well, if you have X dollars in the 5% account and the total is 20,000, then that means that the remainder, 20,000 minus X, must be the amount in the 7% interest account. Now let's make an equation for the total amount of interest that he gets. So if you put X dollars in the 5% interest account, okay, that means 5% interest a year, then how much interest is in that account? Well, it would be 0.05 times X, right? Because it's 5% of X. That means 0.05 times X. So that's the amount of interest in the 5% account. And what's the amount of interest in the 7% account? Well, it would be the amount of dollars in the 7% interest account, which is this, 20,000 minus X, times 0.07. So 0.07 times 20,000 minus X. Now the reason I'm adding these, the 0.05X and the 0.07 times 20,000 minus X, is that when you add them, that's the total amount of interest you get. And the problem tells you that he earned a total of $1,120 in interest. So this total amount of interest is 1,120. So this equation tells you the amount of interest in 1 year. And now we can solve for X. So for this equation, we can get rid of the decimals by multiplying both sides by 100. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. And then I'm multiplying 100 by a sum, so you distribute the 100, so that gives you 5X plus 7 times 20,000 minus X. And then this is equal to, so 1120 times 100 is 1120 followed by 2 zeros. Okay, now I need to get X by itself, so I'm going to distribute the 7, so I get 5X plus 14000 minus 7X equals 112000. And then the 5X minus 7X, I can combine these to get negative 2X. And then I'm also going to move the 140000 to the other side. So I'm going to get 112000 minus 140,000, which is, give me 1 second. negative 28,000. And then you can divide both sides by negative 2, and then you're going to get x is 14,000. So there's $14,000 in the 5% interest account. And then how much is in the 7%? Well, it says that his total investment was 20,000. So that means that 20,000 minus 14,000, which is 6,000, is in the 7% interest account. And you can check that this is correct. If you have 14,000 and 6,000, it adds up to 20,000, which checks. And if you take 5% of 14,000 and add 7% of 6,000, you will get 1,120. So you know for sure that this is the correct answer.